successfully. So I had a great night's sleep in the hotel, and now I'm heading to Bamboo restaurant for breakfast. Do a great breakfast here, very cheap, 99 baht. So that's going to be the start of my day, and I'm going to sit down and think what to do and what to film today. I remember when I filmed here last time, it used to be a Jamaican restaurant and it was very good. It was always busy, reggae restaurant, reggae music, and they served jerk chicken, authentic Jamaican food, which was good. I like Jamaican food, so I came here a lot, but it closed down because of COVID, like most places have. And only a few months ago they started, I thought we were renovating it and opening up, because they put all this around and they threw a lot of things away because it was really derelict. It was an eyesore. But unfortunately it looks like they've just done it because it's an eyesore. They've just cordoned it off. No one has opened it, so that's a bit of a shame, because I think it would make a great restaurant again, especially if they would go back to the Jamaican theme. So I'm gonna head here for breakfast. Sweaty cab, how are you? As you can see, beautiful view. That's where I sat yesterday and had a beer. Great place to come for breakfast. So there's my breakfast. 2 fried eggs, bacon, ham, potato, tomato, onion, coffee, orange juice, and 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam. And a setting like this. Just in for a bit of a shock actually. I've just found out it's gone up from 99 baht to 100 baht. So an extra baht. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to afford to come here anymore. No, it's very good value for money. And as I say, look at this. Where else could you get a breakfast for $4 with a view like this? So I'm going to take a slow walk down the beach now, and I'm going to look to see if any hotels have reopened since the last time I was here. It's very quiet. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now here, and as you can see, there's no one really around. A couple of years ago this beach would have been full, people eating breakfast and sitting on the beach, but there's no one around. So as we're walking down, I'll just tell you a little bit about Samui. Samui's my favourite place in Thailand. I've told you many times before, I love coming here. There's a couple of bad points about Koh Samui, as there is in any town or any island. There's always going to be a couple of bad points, but to me only 2. The first one is that it's expensive to fly from here. Koh Samui airport is owned by Bangkok Airlines, and they have a monopoly on it, so there's only them that fly here, and they can charge whatever prices they want. It's not so bad now because of COVID, because they're trying to fill their flights up, and they have dropped the prices to fill up their flights, so they know they have to do something about that. So it's very expensive to fly from Samui to Bangkok or Samui to anywhere. A few years ago I was living here and I had to go back to Australia. It cost me probably about half as much to fly from Samui to Bangkok as it did for me to fly from Bangkok to Brisbane in Australia. It was very expensive. But after that I thought, well, it's too much. How do I get around this? It's either drive, which is a long way. The only other way was to to fly from Surat Thani Airport, and that's what I've did ever since then. I've never flown from Samui Airport since that day. I've always taken the ferry across and then got the bus to Surat Thani Airport. It's a bit of a run around. To do that, you've got to get the ferry, which takes an hour and a half. You've got to then get a bus, which takes about another hour and a half to get to the airport. So it takes you about 3 hours longer. But I'm retired, so I've got plenty of time on my hands. I don't have plenty of money on my hands, so that's why I like to save money by doing it that way. So you save a lot of money by going to Surat Thani Airport if you have the time. The second thing that's a little bit of a downer about living in Koh Samui is it's a long way from everywhere else. I live in Hua Hin and I can be in Bangkok in 2.5 hours. It takes me 2.5 hours to drive to Bangkok. If I want to go Pattaya, it's about a 5-hour drive. And if I want to go even further up north, it's about a 10-hour drive to Chiang Mai and probably about 8-hour drive to Khon Kaen from Hua Hin. But the difference is, if you live on Koh Samui and you want to go to them places, well, you've got to add another 7 hours onto that. So if you want to go Chiang Mai, it's probably going to be a good 15-hour drive. Bangkok is a 10-hour drive, so it isn't easy to get to. That's a 10-hour drive plus the hour and a half on the ferry, don't forget. So it's other parts of Thailand are pretty hard to get to. It's quite a long way south of a lot of the towns. It is close to a few places down this way. Phuket is probably a 4 or 5 hour drive. Krabi, a 3 or 4 hour drive, and then you can drive across to Koh Lak, probably about another 3 or 4 hour drive. You'd need to check Google Maps. I'm not 100% sure the distances and the time to drive. So there's places down here that you can get to within 3, 4, 5 hours driving. So that makes it a little bit better to live here. But if you want to go to Bangkok, or you want to, go to northern Thailand, which is a beautiful place to be, then it's a long, long way. You either drive it, or you fly to Bangkok, and then take a flight to Chiang Mai or Udon Thani, Khon Kaen, or wherever you want to go. So yeah, that's just 2 little downers about living here. But on the whole, it's a fantastic place to be. To have this as your home. There's worse places to live. But for me, this is probably, apart from the travel problems of getting to and from, this is probably the best place for me to live in the whole of Thailand. So I'm not sure what this hotel's called. I'm not even sure if it's open. They do have umbrellas there around the swimming pool, so I assume they are open, because they wouldn't leave their umbrellas there if the place was closed. But there's no one here. There's no one sitting outside, so there must be very few guests in this hotel. But at least it's open. The next hotel along is open for sure. That's the Aloha Hotel. All these hotels are back onto Walking Street, so there's easy access to town. But this is the same as the hotel back there. No one sitting outside. It's now 10 o'clock on the morning, and 2 years ago there would have been people sitting there after breakfast in the sun lounges, relaxing on their holidays, but there's only staff here that I can see. And then the next hotel next to it, I say hotel, I use that word loosely because it's a derelict hotel. It's been like this for well over a year now. probably closer to the 18 months, maybe 6 months after COVID. Obviously the company who owned it didn't have enough money to maintain it, pay staff. They closed up, and as you can see, it's falling apart now. It's just a wreck. It's going to cost a lot of money to get that back to its former glory. I won't go in there, they've got it boarded off, but the swimming pool was there. I don't know if it's got water in it. If it is, it'll be full of algae. So yeah, this is not a very nice sight to see when you're walking along my beach. And this is the Miramare Resort, Mermaid Resort, also open. Telltale signs are, you've got chairs outside, but no customers. And this one here, don't know the name of this one, but this one's closed down, it's derelict. They've walked away by the look of it. In a few years' time, COVID will go. There's going to be a lot of bargains here. So many abandoned restaurants, bars, hotels. Someone's going to come and snap these up. Probably a lot of Chinese money will come this way, I would think. They're always on the lookout for a bargain like this, which is a bit sad because they caused the COVID problem in the first place, and they'll probably be the ones to reap the benefits one day. This hotel is open as well. Don't know the name of it. I don't know why they don't put the names of the hotels out the front, so when you're passing by you can see what it is, and you know, you may be interested in staying there. You can look on Google, see how much the rooms are for a night, but they've got all this expensive building, all this, and they don't even put the name of the hotel outside. So we're walking further along the beach, and as you can see, all these places have closed up. No business here. They won't be opening for a long time. High season now isn't till November, even if I've been told that they have stopped the test and go, which is a bonus, but it's not going to make any big difference to the numbers now. They should have done that in November if they were going to do it, because that's the high season, November till February, March, something like that. This place here used to be a fantastic restaurant, but that's closed now. They have opened a bar down here, which is open on the afternoon. Should be open soon actually. And I never see anyone in there though. Must have had a birthday in the bar last night. Just go up there and I'll show you. It's derelict. It's for rent. There's a sign outside for rent, but it's been out there for over a year now, the sign, and they haven't had any takers yet. Lovely swimming pool, and fair play to them. They've kept it clean. And this was the restaurant. I used to sit there for breakfast. I sit here quite often, come down here with a view like that, why wouldn't you? And this was the bar, and the cooking area was out behind. See, for rent, beach club, bar. So if you're in the market for going into business here, this would be a fine place to start, but you're not going to make any money when you first open. This used to be a bamboo tattoo shop, always busy. Not now. So yeah, it's pretty sad. Many places closed. Many people have lost a lot of money, and I really feel for these people. So that brings us back to my hotel, and it's very hot. So I'm gonna go and get changed, put my swimmers on, and I'm coming down here for a swim. And then this afternoon I'm going to go to Cocktails by Pick. I haven't been there for quite a long time now, so I'm going to go to Cocktails by Pick and have a couple of cocktails tonight. Not going to go on the evening. I'm going to try and stay home on the evenings, but I'm going to go for happy hour. Happy hours between 3 and 6. Now I itemised everything I spent from when I left Hua Hin a week ago till arriving here in Samui yesterday. So I'll put that up on the screen now, how much it cost for the whole of the 7 days, and it wasn't much. You'll see I've stayed in good hotels, I've eaten well, I've drank quite a few drinks, and I've drove all the way down from Wahin to Koh Samui, and it didn't cost me very much at all. I'm going to take a slow walk up to across the road, Cocktail by Pix. Lovely evening. It's now 10 minutes to 5, and they have a happy hour between 3 and 6, and cocktails, I think, 69 baht for a decent cocktail. So that's where I'm heading, and I'm going to take a slow walk because I want to have a look to see how the businesses are going here in Lamai compared to when I was here last. So I've had 2 Singapore sling in their happy hour, 69 baht each, and I've ordered some chicken wing, and that's only 90 baht. So what's that? 140, 230, 228 baht. Not bad for 2 cocktails and a small dinner. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in reverse. I left the hotel intending to walk up to Cocktail by Pix and do a video of the street to see how it's going. Unfortunately, I got to Cocktail by Pix and I thought I'd look at the footage, and there was nothing on it. So as Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino will tell you, to make a decent video you do have to turn the camera on. I did have it on, I thought I did, but obviously I pushed the wrong button. So let's walk down from Cocktail by Pix. It's now well, maybe 6:15, and as you can see, a lot of places for rent. No one on the street, only motorbikes. There's no one walking around. 2 years ago the streets would be packed. I'd have to be walking on the road because there'd be that many people walking around, either coming back from the beach or going out for dinner. But look, for rent, bar, restaurants closed up. This man's probably struggling to keep his business open. Won't be too many people wanting suits made. Bag shop open, but then you go to this one, 2, closed. That used to be a 7-Eleven, that's closed. This here, real estate agent, that's just opened. It wasn't open last time I was here. That's closed. This will always do okay. It's a medical centre, and they always do all right. I really thought that I'd seen improvement this time. January, when I was living here, just before I left at the beginning of January, it was picking up. That's the high season. But the government messed around with a lot of these gimmicks to try and get you into the country, and then they were stopping the test and go, then they were starting the test and go, and in the end I think they lost a lot of people because people lost confidence. They didn't want to come here just in case they get here and there's a problem, and they're not letting into the country. I used to eat here quite often. It was an Italian restaurant, but that's all closed up now. This is a tourist service, tourist agency, but no tourists here, so obviously they're the first to close down. Buddy Cab, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, yeah. 2 massage shops are open, but still no customer. Buddy Cab. This is the main bar area of town. it's never been that busy for a lot of years. The more busier area, which wasn't the main one before, was down there. I come past here 8 o'clock last night and there was no one in there. It was just completely empty. But beautiful ladies. Sorry, cab. That was a 7-Eleven. That's now closed. A lot of 7-Elevens closed because they rely on big turnover. You know, they're quite cheap, 7-Elevens here, but they need lots of people to turn it over. But anyway, there's McDonald's, and that's closed. That's been closed for a good 18 months. This restaurant here, this was busy as hell, always busy. Bondi Bar and Grill, is it? Or Bondi Aussie Bar and Grill. And that was always busy, but that closed down over a year ago. So, and then we got a little cocktail, not bar, it's just like a little kiosk. You can sit there and order a cocktail for 89 baht, but why you do that when you've got cocktails by pick up the road, selling them for the same price, and you can sit in comfort and be served in a nice glass. This place is a new place. They were just getting it fitted out when I was here in January, and I wondered what they were going to do. This is just it's a horrible hole in the wall type restaurant, but look at it now. Fantastic. It's probably the best bar in Lamai, if not the best bar in Koh Samui even, because that's quality. That's very beautiful. But the same thing, I came past here last night 8 o'clock for a little drive around, and there was no one in there. I don't think it's so much a girly bar. It could be. I didn't see any girls when I drove past there last night. I think it's more a cocktail bar, or I would think it's very, with all the razzmatazz they got going there and the beautiful decor, it's probably very expensive. Then we go, this is one of the bar areas as well for lady bars, just down the road from McDonald's, but they've always been sort of the third choice of lady bars, streets. The one over there we just passed used to be the first, but it's not anymore. The one down there to the left, and then turn right, that's the more busy of the lady bar areas. But you can see it's all staff, there's no one here. I know it's only early, but there was always a few people there, or from when they open till when they close. But the busy time is obviously 8 o'clock onwards. Now it's 6:30, but I've gone past there at 6:30, and there's been lots of people, but not now. So, very disappointing. It's very sad, and I'm sick of being sad. I'm sick of, I want some fun. I want to go out and say, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. I want to be able to show you what Samui used to be 2 years ago, before all this. I wish I had a YouTube channel then. You would have loved it, because there would have been so much to show you. But everywhere you go, it's a little bit of a disappointment because there's no one here. But the people are trying. They're trying so hard to keep open. Look at that over there. They're trying so hard. They've spent a lot of money. They've put a lot of money into that place, knowing that COVID's still here, knowing that it's probably not going to get busy for a while, so they've probably got money. Maybe some rich Thai person or rich European who just can throw money into it and sit back and wait. But most of the places you see closed, they couldn't afford to sit back and wait. They've had to walk away. They couldn't sell, no one's buying, but they've had to walk away. And either they're still paying rent and hoping it'll come back one day, or they've just ran away and gone back to Europe if they're European, or if they're Farang, or if they're Thai people, they've just gone back to their villages and hope that they won't be chased for the money for the back rent. So we're back towards the hotel now. Beautiful evening. Gonna go back to the hotel and maybe sit and think, maybe go back out, but probably not. I do get sick of the lady bars sometimes when they're quiet like this, and I don't go to lady bars for ladies, I go there for company. But when they're quiet and when there's no one there and there's no atmosphere, they don't do a lot for me. I'd rather just maybe sit in the hotel and do some video editing, or look at YouTube or whatever. Look at my rivals. Well, they're not rivals, they're a lot better than I am, but do something like that rather than go and sit in a lady bar and be bored, because they're bored. You know, you can hear it in their voices. Before it was all excitement, now, hello handsome man, where are you from? They're bored because there's no customers. Okay, back to the hotel. So if you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button, it'll help me a lot, thank you very much. And push the thumbs up button. And if you know of anyone who might like to watch my videos, push the link button and forward that to them. If you're thinking of retiring or living in Thailand, please take a look at my book, The Retiree Thailand Handbook, the first 6 months. You'll find it on Amazon. It's crammed full of information to help you tiptoe over the logistics of making Thailand your home in retirement. Thanks a lot for watching my video. So until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.